For some quick background information, me 28M and her 28F have known each other since we were 13. We were best friends for years, and we both dated during these times of being friends. I had girlfriends and she had boyfriends, but we were always close. Honesty, I think a lot of prior relationships failed because our partners couldn't handle the fact that our best friend was of the opposite sex. Anyway, after years of being best friends, we got drunk one evening while being home for college and slept together. It was the best sex I have ever had, and she says the same. After that, we joked about being FWBs. We did for a couple's months, but our emotions started to really grow for each other, and we both admitted to always having a crush on each other. Everyone said we did anyway. So we started dating. We had what many would consider the perfect relationship. No real issues, and our arguments were few and far between, not to mention usually petty. A year ago, I proposed, and she said yes, and we planned our wedding for the fall. So here we are. Anyway, we had our bachelorette parties about a month ago, and we told each other what we were going to do. Me and my buddies were going to the amusement park, not going to say which one during the day. Then go out drinking and riding four-wheelers and gators on trails. We only had a couple to be safe. We were by no means drunk. Then after that was done for the evening, we were going to go back to my place and barbecue, play board card games and video games, and get smashed all. My STBX fiancé plan was to go to the spa in the morning, go to the winery for the day, and then go back to their hotel for the evening and order in room service and play games. What I don't know. We both insisted on no strippers. I, for one, do not really care, as I am a confident man and am confident in my package. My STBX, however, didn't want me seeing other women naked. I said I had no issue with that, as strip clubs and strippers aren't really my thing, and same for her. I have nothing against people in the field, just not for me. Anyway, our nights go without any problems, and then she comes about day later. Everything seemed normal, and we have continued to finish up the wedding. We are getting married in October, so it is coming up. Well, anyway, over the weekend, took me some time to process. My buddy calls me and asks me to come over to help him with something. No problem. Anyway, I get there, we work on the little project he needed help on. Only took about an hour. I said to my buddy, "I think you could have done that on your own, dude," as a joke. He says, "Yeah, but this isn't really the reason I had you come over." I asked him, "Then what am I here for?" He takes me into his home where his wife, a good friend of my STBX, is sitting at the table crying. I asked, "Dude, is she okay?" He says, "Yeah, but she has something to tell you." His wife just says, "I am so sorry." She goes on to tell me that the day of their party they went to the spa and the winery, but they made a detour on the way back to the hotel. They went to a strip club. Apparently, a girl from college my STBX is good friends, who for which I have never cared for, had been wanting to go the club. She had been telling my STBX that she really wanted to go and the others all day. My STBX and my buddy's wife were like no, but all the other girls were insistent. Anyway, they apparently get my STBX really drunk at the winery and she says, verbatim, "F it, let's go to the club and see some hot guys." My buddy's wife goes, but mainly to make sure my STBX doesn't do anything too stupid. They get to the club and they do the normal strip club shit. Throw money at guys and drink. Well, her friend from college whips out a hat and some furry-looking thing and says, "We have a soon-to-be wife here. She needs one last good night of fun." She then proceeds to get some stripper over there and is throwing money at the guy to give my STBX a lap dance. Like I said, it is whatever, but I do not like the lying. I said, "Even though I am not happy about the lying, that really doesn't bother me." My buddy says, "Tell him the rest." She goes on to say that he took my wife into the back room for a private dance for all the girls. Anyway, my buddy's friends declines and goes back to the car. After about 10 minutes, she goes back in to see what is going on and see my STBX blowing the stripper to completion with her friends cheering her on. Now I swear, this isn't some BS crap made up like the shit you see on porn sites where porn stars are taking women. My STBX literally blew a stripper. My buddy's wife took pics and a video to cover her own ass when this eventually came out. No one has a clue. I asked her to send them to me and she did. I told them thank you and left. I called my brother because he was the only person I could think to call in that moment. I knew my brother did some bouncing when he was younger, but I didn't know he worked at strip clubs. He said that was all too common. He said male strippers are actually encouraged to have the female visitors touch them, as they will stay longer and spend more money. He said, "I don't like to think about how many men are raising some strippers, kid." This was a few days ago, and I have been trying to act normal around my STBX. She has no clue what is going on, but I think she is beginning to suspect some things. We both have very high sex drives and have sex almost every day, and are both very affectionate. I haven't showed my STBX any affection or had sex with her. I told her, I have just been busy with work, the wedding, and not feeling the best. Although, she has been asking, is everything okay, and do we need to talk about something? I have just blown it off as my mind just has a lot going on. Anyway, I have already made my decision to leave her. I just need some advice on what to do next. The house we live in is mine, and she is not on anything. We have separate bank accounts and have no kids. I just need some advice on canceling everything, letting people know, and basically kicking her ass out the best way with the least confrontation. I want nothing to do with her after this, and for me to move on. Plus, for those that I am sure, will see it was one drunken mistake. Shut the hell up. Alcohol does not make you do things without your control. It makes your impulses stronger. Hence the saying, sober thoughts are drunk actions. Plus, now I wonder if she has done this before, and I just don't know. I have no trust in her and never will again. I have now lost my best friend and soon-to-be wife. Update 1. Hey everyone. Just want to say thank for all the good advice and nice comments that 99% of you made. There are couples things I need to clarify though. Yes, my STBX was drunk but had enough sense to high-five her one friend after finishing. In the video, the stripper is not forcing her, but she actually stops and then keeps going after. Many think this is fake and that is fine. I don't care. Honestly, if you think it is fake, that is fine. I just needed some advice. I thought all clubs were both male and female, and just varied on night. She did not plan to blackmail my STBX. She took the video, which was only like 18 seconds, and few pics. She knew this would come out eventually and wanted to cover her tracks with her husband. She saw that and then ran. She didn't know any of the other girls and was so surprised by what she saw, so she bolted out of fear. I am not mad at my ex, just disappointed. And to those who say you can salvage, she threw that away when she kept lying about it by not telling me. Also, no, her friends did not ruin a perfect relationship, she did. I don't believe the girls wanted us to end. They are all single women in their late 20s for which many think that casual sex is fine. I have no issues with people who do it, it is just not for me. I think some people on here just think that every person has some malicious intent and that the accused is just a victim of circumstance. People do messed up things sometimes of their own free will. I have no intentions of blackmailing her or tell people the info unless she wants to get nasty. Lastly, no, I don't hate women. I actually defended many women from some assholes on the thread. These are few bad people, not women, people. Now for a quick, boring update. Someone's asked about how my speaks seem to be like the best women ever for me, and that I had nothing bad to say about here at all other than this. Well, you are correct. To say I was the weird kid in HS is an understatement. I had long hair, colored all the time. I wore makeup and painted my nails. Dressed weird for many. She was always there for me and protected me from others, as at that age I didn't have a spine. I had a few GF who I dated who said I was good looking, but they wanted me to quit wearing makeup, painting my nails, and other things. I said I am not changing for anyone, and she always defended me when these girls would talk ill of me after. So she was literally the only person I could talk to. I couldn't talk to my parents or brothers. She was the one who held me and cared for me when one of my exes started spreading nasty rumors about me, and she sat with me every night for days. So she was the perfect woman. That is why I can't confront her yet. I know I will break if I see her cry, because I will think of the memories we have together. I still love her, but no longer see her as my wife and best friend. If she wants to go out and have sex with random people, that is her choice. Just do it single. Anyway, I stayed up late on Reddit and went to sleep on the couch, for which I have for the past week. She got up to go to work, I took off today, and woke me up to give me a hug and a kiss goodbye. In my stupor, I said, "Love you too," and gave her a kiss. Muscle memory is a thing, it seems. Although, I noticed no feeling with the kiss like I am used to. After that, I went back to sleep and woke up at 9. I got some breakfast, took a shower, and started packing her stuff up. To those who said I seemed odd and emotionless, well, I cried a lot today. I have been in damage control, and packing her stuff and seeing memories of us made me just break. I have been blaring music that keeps my mind occupied. My poor neighbors probably know my favorite music as much as I do now. In the afternoon, I get a call from my buddy. Turns out my STBX took a half day and went to their house to talk to her friend. Turns out she is having an emotional breakdown. I am not going to get into all the details, but to hit the major points. She worried about me. She knows I am not sick. She knows when I am sick and knows I am not. She thinks I am getting cold feet about the wedding and is scared. She is extremely worried that I won't have sex with her or kiss her at all. In her own words, I usually can't keep him off me, which is true. But recently, he won't even touch me, not even a hug. She is wondering what is wrong and if my depression has come back worse. There is more, but that was the major point. She has no clue my buddy's wife told me, thankfully. Then later this evening, actually just a little bit ago, she calls me to say she made to her friend's place. The conversation was brief, but I could tell she was upset. To be honest, it hurt me to hear her like this, and I wanted to hold her. But I need to do what is right for me. You know that sound like someone is holding back tears? That was her. She asked how I was feeling, and I said better. Then we talked about the wedding and everything and just some other BS about work. She then says, "Love you," and I say okay, and say that I have food to finish and don't want to get burned. She says okay, and I tell her to be safe and have fun. She says she will, and that she loves me again. And I said bye, and she said bye. That is it. I know this is pretty boring, but that is what happened today. I will probably keep updating if I feel I need to for mental reasons. If not, thank you all for the help and advice. Edit. Many of you seem to think that she may have been so drunk that she may not remember. I am going to call my buddy's wife and ask her how drunk she actually was. Just got off the phone with my buddy's wife. She said that my ex not sloshed or completely drunk when they left the winery but was buzzed. She said that surprised her that she said, "Let's go to the strip club." She said they kept drinking on the way there and drank a lot more at the club. She says she was definitely wasted but not blackout drunk during the lap dance. I then asked her about possible drugging, as someone said. She said that she didn't see anything. Edit 2. Sorry for this, but I just miss my fiancé so much. I just wish she would have told me and we could have worked on it. I wish she would have told me and been remorseful. I just want my life back the way it was 2 weeks ago. I just want my fiancé home with me and for things to go back to normal. I'm about to call her and confront her. I just can't contain my emotions anymore. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. The shit is killing me not knowing. Edit 3. I'm calling her.